Afterwards, I'm just gonna record. So legally, we're not allowed to go back to Paris, right? Legally, we cannot go. We cannot go back. Legally, we cannot. Like, it was no hello, anything. It was like brute and mean from the beginning. So I'll definitely be writing a formal type of complaint. But just know, if you come to Versailles, if you're transitioning from Paris, which you don't have a chance really to know when it is, you can't be on that without an additional ticket to Versailles. Will not ruin our day, and we'll still have a great day and a great time in Versailles. It finally focused. Okay, so we got our little handy dandy maps, and we're heading into the entrance of Versailles. I can't even imagine what it took to build this at all. We just actually finished the palace area, or we think we finished. So now we're heading to the Jardin, aka gardens, out that way yonder. I believe the gardens are free. The only thing that costs is the chateau. The gardens in Versailles are endless. Like, it's so massive and so long, it's hard to really walk and really do everything that's out there. The gardens were definitely my favorite part of Versailles. Despite our earlier mishaps, today really was the perfect day to come out here. The weather, well, it's pretty hot, but it is, the sun's shining, it's blazing. Good weather, and it's not crowded. Like, it's crowded to a certain extent, but not really that much. After Versailles and looking and sightseeing, we decided to grab a bite to eat and then head to the hotel really quickly to enjoy some wine before dinner. So dinner was really low-key because we were pretty exhausting, but it ended up being really, really good. Also, that outfit, there's some history to it. It's actually my mother's outfit. She handed that down to me, but it was an outfit she bought when she lived in Paris. So the next day after dinner, we actually had a full day of sightseeing. We started off with the Notre Dame, which, as you can see, that line was crazy, but it ended up being worth it. Even with the Paris pass, you're gonna wait in line, so there's not really a way to skip that. But before we went into the actual cathedral, we went up to take in the amazing views, and it was worth it. It's literally like panoramic, which is pretty cool. Dwayne over here trying to get the money shots, but he can't get more money shots than Jen. Jen's the real MVP. The cathedral inside the church, now that line, that goes by really quickly, even if it is long, and it is a beautiful cathedral. I love that mass was actually going on while we were there, so it was kind of cool to see that as well. After Notre Dame, we actually went to another cathedral, which I actually would highly recommend. A coworker of mine recommended this place, and they were right. It was Sainte-Chapelle, and oh my gosh, now this cathedral is breathtaking. It's a lot smaller, but like, the details, like, it's just gorgeous. If you love cathedrals or into architecture, I highly recommend this place. After we left the cathedral, we went down back towards the Eiffel Tower because we were actually doing a guided tour.
City. You can see a developing theme, especially as we get onto the boat. So the Trocadero comes through. Two big wings like this. We walked through a giant concert hall. Parisians hated it.
Our tour guide was amazing. Not only was he amazing, but the champagne was endless. So it was just a beautiful way to take in Paris on the Seine River. You learn about the city, you learn about the history, take in all the amazing views, and enjoy the sunset on water. I highly recommend this cruise. After the cruise, what's cool is we also have a guided tour up to the Eiffel Tower. So we head back towards the Eiffel Tower, and we took the elevator up to the top and spent a little bit more time learning about the history and then we got to basically explore and enjoy the rest of the night on our own. I also especially love this night because this was actually the eve of my hubby's birthday. So Dwayne about to turn 30 in an hour. This is the most Negroist of Negro like footages I think I've ever partaken in. Have you all ever partaken in ratchetry?
This is what you do.
My Negro. Hey! Let me stop hyping you up. I'm hyping my baby up. You gotta hype the baby up.
I'm gonna hurt my knee.
Fun. And even just standing out here after we got out, it's like, that's freaking majestic. Like, it's pretty insane. It's also crazy to know that in the beginning that the French didn't even like this, and now this is what people travel across the globe for, just to see. So that goes to show you, don't listen to your haters. Wayne, any parting words before we head out?
Let's go. It's cold out there.
Yeah, it is cold. I'm wearing Wayne's thing because I thought 70 degrees was warm. Apparently in France it's not. So that was a mighty. Let's go home. Let's get some cheese and wine and baguettes.
Say cheese and wine.
Dwayne's so over me. I did have a cheese and wine every day. I'm so annoying for breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You keep trying to make us eat.
It's someone's birthday today. So happy birthday. So today's gonna be real chill, relaxed. We'll be doing like the Louvre. We might be doing like another museum or two, but mainly today's gonna be about eating and drinking. So that's the infamous Louvre entrance. Because the Mona Lisa gets so crowded, we wanted to do that first so we can enjoy the rest of our time. Join the art.
Come to the corner, I can probably get you if you want.
I don't care about it. It's just one of those things you go, you see. It's actually not that small. The way people make it sound like it's so small, it's really not that small to me. Is it? The Louvre honestly was a blast. After that, we were just goofing around the entire time, but also taking in so much art. It's like impossible to finish.
Bruh. Really?
Really don't. My baby is all head. He's all head. So we actually headed down to the basement to see Africa, because I guess that's where Africa is. But after viewing that, we actually had to head back upstairs because they put Egypt with Europe, which was kind of weird. But whatever, we headed back up, saw the rest of Europe, and then did Egypt. Her hair is wide. It's crazy because so much of the art, the noses are all like smeared off. Not all of them, but. So it's lit. We just did the ancient Egypt. It's like over 3,000 years old. What are we doing now?
Trying to figure out what we're doing now.
We feel like we kind of seen what we wanted to see, right? Is there anything else? We did Italy, Spain, what they had of Africa, Asia. After the Louvre, we headed to Le Soufflé for lunch. All of the dishes were so delicious, but as the name would hint, this place is known for their soufflés. So delicious. So I guess you can say it was freaking amazing. Dwayne's is amazing too, but he's just a slow eater. Isn't it crazy though? Because they said in France you wouldn't get enough portions, and
Yeah, we've had big portions.
yeah, it's really weird. So exhausted is not even the word. There's so much to see, and to try to cram them into days is exhausting. But lunch was absolutely delicious. So big ups to Le Soufflé, highly recommend that place. The Louvre was, of course, amazing and huge, and you're never gonna finish it. And our dinner is at La Coincidence, I believe. So we'll catch you there. Dwayne got the duck, which he said was amazing, as well as the creme brulee was perfect. We love this restaurant. Also, afterwards, we just walked to Arc de Triomphe because it's not too far. And Arc de Triomphe was probably my favorite site as far as views go. We're going up the stairs. That's down. I don't know if you can see, but we got way up. And it's like winding stairs. I believe there's 350 in total. So we're almost there. And that's just so you can see where we came up. You can hear I'm out of breath. But it's honestly not that bad. Of course, I would say that at the top. Arc de Triomphe, how many views have we seen of the Eiffel Tower? We've seen it from like every angle at this point, but it really gets old. Once we were at the top, we were taking in all the views. There's so many photo ops. Highly recommend this if you want the perfect picture of you with the Eiffel Tower. I think there were some great shots, at least for nighttime. While I was in France, the highlight of my trip was visiting my family who lives here. I got to spend a day with them, which was so perfect. On our last full day, I finally show you, like, this is what they usually have here for us to, like, to snack on. So before we go out, I usually try to grab something quick just to munch on, or also grab like yogurts and stuff. And we are probably gonna do the lunch or just desserts. Dwayne's actually has nothing. Mushrooms with all these different cheeses, aged cheeses. So I was in love with La Durée. Their desserts were amazing. I kind of went overboard on my ordering. And as you can see, I get way too excited for sweets. There's no reason why someone should be that excited for like sweets to come up to them. I'm like, go away so I can enjoy. It's called the way here. I kind of went overboard. I got this chocolate. I think that seems so good too. Wayne and I are heading towards the Centre Pompidou. Level, that's the Sacré-Cœur. 2, 1. So one of Dwayne and I's favorite thing to do at museum is to become the art. We definitely had fun fooling around here. So much fun. This kind of wraps up France in a nutshell for us. Make sure to subscribe so you can see our upcoming videos. We're headed to Thailand next.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Take 85.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? We ain't gotta go, but you got to get that out of here. I'm just kidding.